Hello my lovely friends. Today we're making this adorable chunky beanie. It takes less than an hour to make. It's super adorable. I use nice thick yarn so it works up really fast. Now this is the Thick and Quick yarn by Lion Brand. It comes in all sorts of really beautiful colors. So you'll just need some wool ease yarn or other 6-weight compatible yarn. I'm using the color Succulent today. And then we'll need a 9mm hook, an 8mm hook, and some scissors. And don't mind my witchy nails. I'm filming a very witchy video on my other channel, Montana Dana. Check it out if you don't already. We have fun over there. But anyway, grab some of your favorite things. Mine are flowers, crystals, and candles. Maybe you have a hot cocoa. Maybe you put on some jazz. I don't know, whatever you gotta do. Today I'm gonna show you how to make the baby size. If you want an adult size video tutorial, I have one for sale down in the description along with a pattern. It includes a baby size, a child size, a small medium adult, and a medium large adult size. Now I'm left-handed, so I'm doing a left-handed tutorial. If you want the right-handed tutorial, it's linked down in the description. I like to make one of each, so if you want the righty tutorial, go ahead and pop over there. It's the exact same thing. I just flipped the video for y'all righties, so it's easier for you to follow along too. Now for the baby size, we're gonna start with a magic ring. I do this by making a scissor motion with my yarn, and then you wrap it around twice around your pointer finger, pull the back loop over once, and then pull the back loop over again, and then bring it down and pull snugly. Is snugly a word? I know it's a word for like that fun, really large blanket that you get in, but I don't know if it's the correct word in this context. But anyway, we're gonna go with it. Now, if you notice, this is a little confusing. So we have our loop. The end that's cut, we're gonna keep to the side, and we're gonna work in the loop on the attached end. We're gonna go inside our magic ring, and then we're gonna pull up a loop. Once we have our loop, I like to kind of pinch it closed here, just so it's a little easier to do our chain 2. And then I always pull the string to the side and give this a little tug. Now we're gonna make 9 double crochets in the magic ring. And sometimes this gets a little tricky. I just come up and pinch right here. Keep this nice and snug. It makes it a little easier to work with. So that's 1. Actually, I have to get rid of this ring. It is catching on my fabric. Note to self, don't wear pinky rings while crocheting. Got it. Got it for next time. Okay, so we've done 1, and then 2, and our magic ring's getting a little crazy, so we're just gonna pull her a little closer in here. We have 1, 2, 3. Note to self, don't wear Halloween nails whilst crocheting. Got it, got that too. We're learning so much today, guys. We're learning together. So we have our chain 2, and then 1, 2, 3 crochet, 4, and 5, 6. So I'll meet you when we get to our chain 2 with 9 double crochet. And there's the 9 double crochet. It started with a chain 2 and then 9 double crochet. And then we're just gonna give this a nice tight pull. Okay. Now we're going to look for the first chain, and we're going to do a slip stitch in this chain. Pull right through, give it a little tug, and there we have our first round. So round number 2, we're going to chain 2. This round's really easy. We're just going to put in 2 double crochet in each stitch, but what I'm going to do is put them in the back loops only. Make sure you're getting 2 loops, but we're gonna skip this front little loop and go in the back 2 loops. So here's our 1 double crochet, and then get rid of the hair, 2 double crochet. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. Make sure we're skipping this little loop because we're doing a ribbed look around the hat. Looks really, really cute when it's all done. And 2. Okay. And then 3. Again, make sure you're getting 2 loops on your hook, even though we're doing back loops. Make sure there's 2 on there. It'll make your beanie nice and secured. That was 1 and 2. So when you're done with this row, you'll have a total of 18 stitches, because we had those 9 double crochets, and then we're putting 2 stitches in each. And I also made an adult size tutorial. If you guys are interested, there's a link down below so you can follow along. I personally like to follow video tutorials and not necessarily written ones, but I created both for you guys so you can get started on your holiday beanies for your loved ones. I'm making a bunch. I'm making some for my brother and his girlfriend, and my other brother and his girlfriend, and my other brother, and just everybody. So lots of beanies to make. Also, if you'd like to purchase a beanie, I make them. I have them on my website, and for every beanie purchased in the month of November, I'm making a child-size beanie, and in December, I'm going to go give them to the local kids at the Children's Hospital. Someone in my comment section said when they had cancer that someone came in and gave them beanies, and it was so special to her. She still has it, and it just made her really happy and feel really good. So that's one way I'm going to give back this holiday season. For every beanie purchased in November, I'm making a child size one. So if you buy a beanie, you're also buying one for a child from the Children's Hospital. So I'm going to vlog that on my other channel, Montana Dana, and we'll go hand out beanies to people, and if they want to be on camera, cool. If they don't, that's cool too, but we're going to go hand them out. It should be really fun. So been loving making these. It's such a cute little special gift. But at this point, I always count and make sure I have 18, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 18. And then again, we're going to find the first stitch. You can kind of tell which one's the first one. It's not these, because there's no double loop. It's the first double loop, and we're actually gonna go in the front stitch. We were doing the back loops, now we're doing the front loops, just to join with a slip stitch here. So that's the beginning, and that's actually how we begin the adult beanie as well. For the next round, we're gonna chain 2, and then we're gonna follow a pattern. We're gonna do a similar thing, but we're gonna do 1 stitch in the first chain, and then 2 stitches in the second chain. 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 1 stitch, 2 stitches, and just alternate all the way around. So I just count in my head 1, and then in the second stitch we are doing 2 double crochet, but it is the same stitch all the way around. 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Back to 1 double crochet, and then we have 2 double crochet. Then we have 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. Am I breathing heavy? I feel like I'm breathing heavy. I'm like Darth Vader in the microphone here, just trying to focus. About halfway through, I go back and double check that I had 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Might as well check partway through rather than have to pull it all out. I'm not great at counting. I like to just kind of zone out and watch TV or whatever when I'm crocheting. So I love that this pattern is somewhat repetitive and simple. So just repeat that and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Okay. Got a little flying saucer right now, which is nice. This could actually be a little like, little cup holder type thing. That's cute. That's cute. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna fasten in the front stitches. Remember, we were working in the back loops, and now we're going to slip stitch in the front stitch. It just has this little loop that continues, so it looks like it's a full circle. Can't even tell it really joins. The only way you can tell is these pop out just a tiny bit, but it looks like full circles going around. Then we're going to chain 2. Now this part is where it differs from the adult beanie. Just 1 double crochet in each back loop chain. So we're just going to go all the way around in the back loops. Make sure you're getting 2 on your hook. What do you guys prefer as far as hooks go? I actually prefer the metal ones. I feel like they're a little easier to grab onto the yarn with. But I ordered some of these really pretty ones, and it's fun to work with those. It just goes a lot slower for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I learned with the metal hooks and I'm used to them. But I'm curious if you guys have like your favorite hook that you've ever used, because I would love to invest in a very pretty, very functional hook. So yeah, let me know what your favorites are. Again, we're just going in each stitch in the back loops only. Should have a total of 27 stitches when we're done with this row and with the next row. So just keep working in the back loops and I'll meet you when it is time to join. All right, we're on our final stitch and we're doing back loops. And I always get confused at this part, or at least I used to when I started making this beanie. I would count every time because I wasn't sure if this was a stitch that I was supposed to go into or not. But if you follow this line up, you'll see that it already connects to that chain 2 that we had earlier. So we don't need to put another crochet in there. If you'd like to count, it's a chain 2 plus 27. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 26, 27. I never count as I'm going, but I do count to double check. So I'll just kind of zone out while I'm crocheting and then double check at the end. And then we're going to slip stitch. I kind of pull these apart and you can see this first stitch right here. I'm gonna go in the front 2 loops, pull through, chain 2, and then the next round is exactly the same as the previous round. So we're gonna do one more round of double crochets, just 1 double crochet in each stitch. Just remember you're going into the back 2 loops. This pattern I find really relaxing. In the first 3 rounds there's a little bit of having to pay attention and counting, but once you get here you can just really zone out, watch Netflix, you know, call your grandma, say hello, that kind of thing. You can really just be alone with your thoughts, which I don't know if that's always a good thing, but hey, it's what we do. It's what we do. So go ahead and keep going, and I'll meet you again at the end of this round. All right, it's time to join. We are on row 5, and we're just going to do a slip stitch into the front 2 loops of our first double crochet. Now is the time where we're going to switch hooks. Now we're going from our 9mm to our 8mm hook, and we're going to chain 2 again. Now we're going to alternate between front post double crochet and back post double crochet. Front post, back post, front post, back post. So how to do a front post double crochet: you yarn over, and instead of going into the chain, we're gonna actually go behind the entire post, and then it's easy. You just pull through like you normally would with a double crochet. Pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over. Now we're going to do a back post. I like to push the post backwards. You're going to go behind your work, come through, and pull the yarn through, so you should be working behind your beanie. Gonna pull through 2 and pull through 2 more. So we did a front post double crochet and a back post double crochet. Now we're gonna yarn over, front post, kind of push it forward a little bit. We're going behind the post and pulling through, pull through 2, and whoops, pull through 2. Now we'll do the back post, push it back, yarn over. We're gonna go in front of that post, pull through. So you should have 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2, pull through 2. And this is a little tricky, but it's really just a double crochet. You're just changing the placement of the hook. So front post, double crochet, pull through 2, pull through 2 more, yarn over. Now we're going to do the back post. So we go, sorry, I'm looking through my camera lens and not actually at my work. I'm going to go through the back, pull through 2, pull through 2. I'll do it a couple more times. Yarn over, go behind, and pull through. Should have 3 loops on your hook. Pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn over. Remember when we're doing the back post, you can push it back to kind of give it a little room to fit your hook through there. It should look like this on the other side. And then the yarn comes through, pull through 2, pull through 2. So we're going to continue that all the way around, and I'll meet you again when it is time to join in the round. Okay, we have 1 more back post double crochet. Now we're back to the start of our front post double crochet, and we're going to follow that first front post double crochet up and slip stitch into the stitch right on top of it. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same thing, chain 2, and now our front post double crochet is going to go into our previous front post double crochet, so it's pretty easy to see now where your loop is supposed to go. And then we have our back loop. You can kind of see it back there. Pull through, and you just do the same pattern all the way around, alternating front post double crochet and back post double crochet. And for the baby hat, this is actually the final round, so all we have to do is attach and weave in our ends once we get done with this round, and it actually becomes very, very cute. You can add on little poofs and make little bear ears. You could put one on top, you can leave it as is, you can make a matching mommy and me one. These are super duper cute, but I love how quick this is to work up. You can make these for your whole family for the holidays. All right, I will meet you guys at the end and show you how to weave in the ends. All right, we have our final front post double crochet, and then a back post double crochet, and then finally we'll find our starting front post double crochet and just attach right in the top with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to pull the yarn through, and we'll grab our scissors, snip that off, and then we'll just pull it all the way through, give it a little tighten, and then look how cute that is. So I'm somewhat lazy with my crochet. I just use the same hook to weave in the yarn. You can weave it in with a needle if you prefer, but I just do a zig and then a zag in the bottom stitch, and then another zig. So I go in, out, and back in, and then when I pull through, there's a back post double crochet row, and I just zigzag this up this row, tying little knots as I go. So I fasten it in about 3 times. It just gives it a little extra security. I like to pull it through, not all the way. Pull this part tight, but keep the tail out so I can pull it through and make a little knot. And we'll do one more time, just for good measure. I want to make sure it doesn't come undone. So I pull it through part way and then bring the tail through the loop. Again, not as easy with Halloween nails on. Once we get here, we cut off the tail. And I'm gonna leave this for now because I'm not sure if I'm gonna get an order with a little palm on the top or with little bear ear palms. So if it's a palm on the top, I always attach that to this string. Now you can get a palm maker like this. This is a medium size. I actually use the smaller size, or you can put on a furry little bowl. I would definitely find a smaller one for this. That's more of an adult size furry palm. And just for comparison, this is the adult size. So there you have it. Your cute little baby beanie is complete, and we'll see you again with another video.